Hello, I just want to say a few more things, okay? So, as you can see in this artwork to the left from the 1300s, the temple is inside. Can you see it? Okay. What you see, the stone, the geode, the beauty is on the inside, okay? You can see it. And you can also see this entire stone as an eye, and you can see how there is a Mandelbrot inside of this, similarly to inside a real eye, as I show up here. The light bounces become a limacon, just like it is in the Mandelbrot fractal. I mean, there's literally a very clear connection here between the artwork from the 1300 to what I'm showing up here. It's like it's creepy, you know. No, it's not creepy, but it should be noticeable, you know. And so the Bible mentions that the temple is within, and you can see this also in the artwork. I mean, it's the same thing. And what more? So it's all about witnessing, you know, and this is something that I have a lot of written about. I've written a lot about the eye and witnessing, but um, I have no plans of publishing that, or maybe, you know, not even. I don't think I will talk about it actually, but there are other important things to talk about. So, as I said, as soon as I get better, you know, I'm beginning to get better, I'm going to continue to write on this book that will help people to not hate. Uh, it's something that I'm of the opinion that no one has repentance, you know. Yeah, if you look into the word, it means regret. I would say that I have experienced this feeling, and so yeah, this is my first aim, you know, to write this. Why? You know, I have reasons for writing, reasons for talking, because I don't know how much time I have to do what I do, right? So um, uh, my entire talk and what I'm doing is not logically sustainable, what I'm doing. And since there is no logic here in my way of doing things, I need to prioritize. And so the focus will be on creating a shield, and I call it the shield of God. Okay, it's going to protect you from anything. Is what I believe. Just look at me, okay? Look at what I have said. I have admitted online that when I speak, people die. I have talked about it. I have shown proof on my channel that when I speak, people die. I've shown it. I just speak. I've gone into details and presented it, and there is no consequence. I didn't really do anything that is that can be seen as causal, because magic doesn't exist. Magic doesn't exist, you know. And so, and if magic would have existed, I'm not sure that anything would have happened anyways, you know, if it would have been admitted to be existing, you know. Because what did I do? I spoke the truth, and so shit happens, you know. Um, so, and I picked up on patterns from reality. Oh, I see a pattern here. I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to talk about that, and then this is going to resonate now when I talk about it. And since it's a pre-existing pattern, it was already there in the ether, so it already had the potential to become something, you see, become a momentum to reach something, you know. So if you just look at me, um, I am I am what I would call anti-fragile, and I get anti-fragility from not hating. That's the secret. And it's really hard to not hate, I know, and I will show you how to not hate, because it's not easy, and that's for 2024. And by not hating, you are going to be like invincible, okay? No, but I mean, nothing is going to hurt you, you know. And then finally, my idea is that this is going to spread, this idea, you know. People want something, you know. So what can I give? Like, what kind of product can I offer, right? I can offer an idea that is just going to protect you, anyone, right? It's so simple. And then after that, you know, my plan, what am I going to do? I'm beginning to think about writing about simply, you know what, I haven't decided. But I was thinking to write about the church. Something just about a new church, not not specifically about the Philosopher's Stone, or yeah, you could say the main theme is the church. There needs to be something like that also, and this book would act as something, a clear explanation to why this is there and why it is, like, what's the point of it, right? So we want a temple within, right? Because what's outside, it wants to, you know, I don't know what to say. For me, it seems like the entire world is full of liars, okay? And it's just as many liars as I admit. And, you know, what's the point of that, you know? Is my thought. And I'm not just going to be weak and fucking suck everyone's dicks, okay? I'm not going to do that. And so, yeah, because that's what reality wants. Reality wants you to do that, right? It's the and I don't think it has any good intention, you know, in this. Anyhow, and we shall not forget that this entire existence is most probably within a shell, and the pressure that I'm feeling from outside, and maybe you're feeling from outside, is simply the shell pushing back at you as you grow, and eventually this shell is going to break, and there is a metamorphosis, there is a birth, you know. Let's not forget that. Keep that in mind. But what's really important now is to create a shield, and I call it the shield of God. And what happens with me is that it's like invisible spikes, you know. So as people, it doesn't work against. So if you have people around you that you love, or that you love a bit, just a bit, you know, love them a bit, and they can still hurt you, and that sucks, right? But because those that you love a bit, they can hurt you a lot. And so what I mean is that a stranger cannot really walk up to you and hurt you just like that. That's my theory, and that's something I observed myself with my eyes, with my I've seen it like in my, like, straight up happening, you know. It's not something that, I mean, it's a very strange feeling to have this happen, and yeah, it's like an aura of curses, you could say. So everyone that attacks you becomes cursed, you could say. And yeah, and I want everyone to know about this so that you can have it also. And I think this is a very powerful thing, a very powerful thing to, and we're going to learn this by understanding Jesus and so on, and other things. Not only that, but it's one of the things. Yeah. So let's end this other video. So yeah, inner church, inner temple, and you have the eye representing the church. The church itself is an eye. The inner temple, you see to the illustration again, as I said, there's a Mandelbrot in the art from the 1300, and there's also, you could say, a Mandelbrot of, I mean, at least the cardioid, the heart function, lemacon, is inside of the eye all the time when you see light. So, because there's always a reflective part of your eye, it always reflects a bit. And and there's still probably a lot we don't know about light, right? And how much are there fractals around us that we just perceive, and it's not scientifically understood so far. It's just a mystery, and it's just unknown, you know, totally unknown. But maybe it's still there. I mean, I would say it is, because I see things that you could say are illusions, but it leads me somewhere. It leads me to knowledge. My so to say, things that I see, things that I hear, are a puzzle in themselves. and many people cannot perceive what I present. Maybe while others can perceive, but there's not many that can perceive what I do. And that's why, if you're one of those that actually can perceive, congrats, it's not many of you. And yeah, because when I speak, regular people will just hear mumbo jumbo. They cannot even perceive it. And that's not that fun, right? For me at least, it's not fun. I'm trying to explain things that I think is important, and I'm pretty sure they are important. I'm not just, illusions or not. People say that everything we see are illusions, everything. Some of the brain researchers, they when they explain what vision is, they say okay, it's illusions, and so if my illusions are different but they are still um, accurate, they are still accurate, and I would say that I've already gone through stages of evolution, metamorphosis. I can think about things strongly, and I can make my children draw them. Not that I not that I think about it while they paint. No, I think about something. I see something. There's a wall in my bathroom. It has like a pattern where you can see things in the pattern. It just appears. It's wonderful. I like it. And just like looking at clouds, you can see patterns in the clouds. And so when I look at this wall, I can see things that I need to see. When I am having a bath, it's like I'm looking at the wall and I see something actually important. And this is so hard to believe for a regular person. I use this wall as a tool. Remember, I'm in control here, and so it's only for that wall. I use that wall to get communication, and because there's a pattern that is very specific, and it can trigger imagination, so to say. And then I think about what I see, and later the child will paint it. Or my daughter right now, she has an elephant writing thing, and I've been talking about elephants lately, and she doesn't know about that, and my wife doesn't know about that, and it affects things. I can see. So my evolution, my change, my metamorphosis, I can see the visual differences. I can see how there is waves coming out of me, like brainwashing waves coming out of me. It's literally affecting people around me, even in my family, and I'm used to this, so I don't feel bad about it. It's not my fault that I can affect the people around me. And maybe you think about that. How is my close? So if I affect things on the internet, then how do I affect people that are close to me? Well, yeah, they're just the same. It becomes, you know, they are they become affected. That's how it is. And it doesn't scare me. It's a way to communicate with the collective unconscious, I could say. I can get new ideas from my child, talking to me about the same subject, and I can realize more things. But she doesn't even know what she's talking about, right? When I talk to someone, the person doesn't know what it's communicating to me. It's talking about something else, and it's helping me a lot. And note that I'm not paranoid. I don't have paranoia. The only way to avoid paranoia is that you actually believe in some higher power, some god or something like that. You have to believe in something to avoid paranoia, and then you're free from that. That's the secret to not have paranoia. So for example, someone that is not religious, someone that doesn't believe in God, listening to my videos are going to be literally crazy. Okay, you're going to, if you're listening to my videos and you don't believe in God, your brain is going to break. That's simply how it is. And you're going to get severe paranoia and all of these things, because yeah, it's just how it is. It doesn't work like that. It's not healthy to not believe in anything. I just want to end with the last thing, since I talked so much. I looked at, or I listened to Osho, the Indian philosopher Osho. He's Osho. He's dead now, since I don't know when. I don't like him. I realized I really don't like him, because he said that he's God. He made an exclamation that he is God, and this is something that no one can do. No one can, if I wasn't smart, if I wasn't intellectually, if I wouldn't have the knowledge that I have, I would simply wake up here in my clothes. If someone would change, like if someone would jump into my head here, okay, a regular person jumps into my head, okay, that person is going to believe that it's God, If you jump into my head, or not you, but if a regular person jumps into my head, you're going to believe that you're God, and you're going to be very convinced of it. And that's the thing. When you I've learned that I'm not, okay. I've simply learned that I'm not out of a reasoning in this subject. No matter how much I affect things, it's something that I cannot accept. No matter how much it's going to show to me, I'm never going to accept that. Fuck that, okay? Yeah. I, you know, why is it simple to say that I'm not God? Well, you know, because the sun is the life source. Even though, as I said, I do affect people, I affect artists, I affect things, I affect a lot of things. I can speak and people goes, people goes, yeah, like that, but it's not really in my absolute control what's happening. It's more like, yeah, I don't actually know when something is like that is going to happen. But I can suspect it maybe. Like I suspected something for this guy that was the last that had some problems. So even though all of this, I know that the sun is the giver of life. I know it from a scientific perspective. I know it from a religious perspective. I know it from a perspective of the occult. I know for a fact how it is. And if my wife is Lime, sure, in relation to her, it's like my wife is one expression of Lime. Lime. My wife is one expression of that. Just like Lima is the goddess of lime. This is poetry, and so reality is just having so fun, um, and and uh, maybe I have nothing more to say. I don't know. Yeah, it's a long freaking video and just talk. I'm tired. I'm tired actually. I feel drunk. I haven't been drinking anything. I'm just drunk anyways. I think it's that I'm a bit sick. So let's end this video. So I want to, so as I said, I've done a lot of things. I admitted it for a long time on the internet. I admitted, I've shown proof how I speak the monkeypox into a pandemic. Okay. Oh, I can't say. Oh, I shouldn't. Now there's going to be this blah blah blah. Okay. Yeah, there is literal proof of this. That's one of the things. But you see, nothing is happening. The secret is not to hate. And it's hard to not hate. It's really hard to not do. At the same time, the person just in your way has to move. If there's someone in your way, it has to move, And so, if there is someone, and this is the idea of this shield, right? That it will remove this unnecessary materialistic authority when it becomes overstepping of its of what it's supposed to do. It's too much authoritarian. It's too much BS. They, that's another thing. There is no they. There is a system of slavery, and above this system of slavery there's another system of slavery and above that there is another one, and all of these systems and these hierarchies of bad things can just continue and continue and just evolve, and it just continues, and you must suck everyone's dicks, as I said before. But that, I think it can be changed. That's what I'm saying, and I think there's only one way to do that, and it's not easy. Anyhow, let's not repeat too much now. 2024, I will talk about this extensively, and yeah, let's see if everyone just copies me. That's what usually happens. Everyone just, oh, we're going to take everything he says, we're going to repackage it, we're going to mimic what Christopher is saying, and we're going to make Christopher nothing, right? How long can this go on? How long? And right now I have like as many views as someone that just started a channel. I don't know. I think it has to do with blindness. People cannot simply see what I do. It's like impossible. It's too much, and it could be because they don't believe in anything. They simply don't believe in like any kind of God enough. They don't believe in anything, and so their minds would break, and that's why they can't see it. It's not allowed. Their mind doesn't allow them to see it, and that's it. And I can see it. The more I talk about advanced stuff, the less people will see, the less people will perceive. It just becomes worse, And so the more I evolve, the more I become better, the worse my channel becomes, you see. And now it's like at the rock bottom, I'm showing the Philosopher's Stone, and from many perspectives, and it's at the absolute rock bottom, Fuck this. Bye bye, guys.